Hello, friend. Firstly, thank you for joining me and taking the time to connect. Before we start this guided meditation, I'd like to share a few insights around the feeling of loneliness. We'll then move into an intention setting and self-appreciation guided meditation. Everyone experiences loneliness at some time or another, and naturally it is seen as a result of being physically alone. The truth is, however, that you can feel lonely even when you're surrounded by people, simply because you don't have anything in common with them. You can feel lonely in a relationship with a partner you might spend every day with, but don't feel you can share yourself emotionally with. So perhaps loneliness isn't simply about physical company, but more about a sense of connection. Connection on a mental and emotional level. But finding true connection with others isn't always so easy. It takes time to cultivate, and even then, there's no guarantee they'll be able to spend time with you when you want to. So how can you find your sense of companionship or completeness when you can't control others? How do you overcome that sense of rejection, perhaps, because other people have things to do that don't include you? Essentially, how do you fill the gap that's inside you on your own? How do you move your mindset from a sense of lack to a sense of wholeness? How do you get your sense of self back? I say back because you weren't born like this. You came into the world on your own, and as a young child, you were happy with your own company. Relying on the company of others to feel good is something that we learn. And I'm not saying we shouldn't enjoy the company of others. Far from it. Connecting with those around us is one of the most fulfilling reasons to be alive. But I am suggesting that we shouldn't feel the need to rely on the company of others in order to feel happy. Our happiness should be on tap at our own disposal at all times. Our own happiness should be within our own power. That's what empowerment really is. So the question is, how do we connect with ourselves? How do we cultivate a relationship with ourselves that means we feel content with our own company? Well, it's exactly the same way we do it with someone else. We get to know them, we find things out about them that we appreciate, and we start to enjoy their company. So why don't we start here, by getting to know you? And to do this, I would like to invite you to join me by taking a seat, with your back supported, but your head free so you don't fall asleep. And let's begin a journey of self-discovery and appreciation. So let's start by taking your attention to your breath. Firstly, taking a nice deep inhale. Then exhale. And continuing to breathe gently. Feeling your lungs expand and contract with your breath. And as you do, feeling your parasympathetic nervous system relax. And now gently taking a longer inhale. And then exhale. And this time inhaling for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then holding your breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, and now release for 1, 2, 3, 4, Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And allowing your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Feeling your body melt into the chair with every breath you take. Feeling your jaw relax. The tongue drop from the roof of the mouth. Your shoulders fall heavy, and your entire body slowly unwinds with every single exhale. And now I would like you to bring to mind a child or animal for whom you have complete and easy love. There are no shadows on this love. It is easy to connect with. You see them in your mind's eye, and you are filled with joy at their image. You think of all the ways you look after them, have fun with them, and all the ways you would protect them and keep them safe, support them and nurture them. And as you do this, I invite you to fill your body with these loving sensations. And every breath you take draws this deep affection, deep love that you have for them into each and every cell of your being. Feeling your body gently fill with this love that you hold for this child or animal. And now I would like you to replace that child or animal with yourself and observe the difference in how you feel. And as you look upon this version of yourself, I invite you to tune into them and to sense how they feel. And as you connect with them, do you become aware of a sense of loneliness, perhaps? Insecurity or anxiety? Or simply a sense of feeling left out, not belonging? As you look at this version of yourself in your mind's eye, I invite you to become aware of a small white light that very faintly glows around their heart. This is their essence, your essence. It holds the one single desire that has driven every thought, word, and action you've ever taken. And this desire is very simple. It's the desire to be loved and appreciated by others. The most beautiful and innocent desire that there is. And as you look upon this version of yourself and connect with this pure truth that sits within them, I invite you to open your heart to them, to you, to look upon that version of yourself with great compassion. Perhaps observing any emotions or feelings that arise within you of sadness, or perhaps shame, at the recognition of the quality of your current relationship. So as you stand there facing yourself, I invite you to breathe in deeply. Breathe in acceptance of all that you are feeling. Breathe in understanding of why they feel the way they do, why you feel the way that you do. Because no one has walked your life. No one knows your experiences from your perspective like you do. No one understands you better than you. No one. Acknowledging everything that you are feeling and holding it gently within you with a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, letting go of any sense of judgment or resentment that you might be feeling. I now suggest you take a few moments to consider how you might like to change this relationship. Perhaps set an intention to listen more closely to your feelings, your instincts. Perhaps decide to not be so quick to get everyone else's opinion, but to listen more deeply to your own. Maybe you consider the way that you treat yourself and the way that you speak to yourself. Maybe there have been times when you've called yourself names or treated yourself unkindly. Think once again how you would treat that child or animal that you love, and how you could perhaps show yourself the same respect and kindness going forward. Taking a nice deep inhale at this thought and exhaling anything that doesn't support it. Maybe you decide to use future alone time to ask yourself, what do I love doing just for me? What have I been putting off that I would enjoy doing just for me? And think about how you could use that time as an opportunity to perhaps plan a getaway, or think about how you'd like to reshuffle your home, or start a hobby that's been calling to you. Taking a nice deep inhale at the thought of this, and exhaling anything that doesn't serve it. And now, when you are ready, thanking this version of yourself, perhaps acknowledging them with a smile, or giving them a hug if that feels right for you. Taking a step back and allowing them to leave. And now gently bringing your focus back into your body and taking a deep breath, becoming aware of a sense of invigoration, a sense of congratulation for having had the ability to overcome feelings that were taking you away from your sense of worth, that were giving your ability to feel joy to others. And with this sense of self-congratulation, consider how you might move forward from here. How you can start to build on this intention to treat the relationship with yourself differently. Consider how precious this time with yourself is, as it gives you the chance to do things you want to do and allow you to get to know what it is that makes you tick. We can spend all day surrounded by the expectations and needs of others. Time to ourselves is time for our needs, and having this space means you can hear yourself more clearly and tune into impulses that serve your interests and your pleasures. Breathing deeply, a sense of refreshment and optimism at the realization that time alone no longer needs to be a burden. And breathing out anything that doesn't support that. Breathing in a sense of anticipation that rises within you with the desire to make changes and rebuild a relationship with yourself. And breathe out anything that takes away from this. Breathing in excitement at your newfound ability to relax and just do you. And breathing out anything that doesn't support this. Nurturing the sense of newfound happiness within yourself as you thank yourself for overcoming the norm and finding your own way. Taking control of your own joy, your own inner contentment. And now, taking your attention down to your toes and gently moving them. Bringing your attention back into your body as you bring your awareness back into your feet, your ankles, your legs, up through your torso, down your arms, gently moving your fingers, your hands. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes.